My brother and his wife moved recently. I was tasked with loading up the boxes. I'm usually an efficient mover, but sometimes I miss things. As I was doing my final walkthrough, I espied a small leather journal. I usually leave well enough alone, but I could see that only a few pages had been used. My curiosity got the better of me. Was it an inventory? Weather logs? What I found was far, far more engrossing. January 17th, 2007. I always wanted to journal, and I guess this is as good a reason as any. So here goes. I found Frank today. Frank brings back so many memories. I remember climbing up the ridge so triumphant, as only you could be at 7 years. I remember planting that foot and excitedly lifting the other. I remember the world upside down and the trees falling by me. I remember the red and the white and the pain in my leg. But most of all, I remember the sound of the snap. Honestly, I don't know if it was my leg. It could have been a branch. But that sound, more than anything, is my memory of when I broke my leg. January 20th, 2007. Keep journaling, I tell myself. You always wanted to write. Okay. Tom wanted to see the bear, and he seems to be having fun with it, but I hope he plays carefully. Frank brings back so many memories. Ask any kid what he remembers from when he first came to the horse pistol, and you'll get so many lies. 20 years on, and I can say straight away that I have no clue. I was in so much pain, it was all I could do to say hello to the kid in the next bed. I was so jealous of that guy. His parents visited every day. I'd see his wastebasket filled to the brim with cards, food. Even things like newspapers showed that they were spending time with him. I thought my parents loved me, but they never visited. It's a terrifying experience to find yourself unloved when you're only 7. I found out later that my dad had lost his job and that my mom considered separation, so I never really told them how much it hurt. January 21st, 2007. When you're 7, going to surgery is like winning the Olympics. Everyone's telling you how proud they are of you, and how brave and strong you are. It's only when you look back that you realize how dumb you were not to be scared. January 24th, 2007. And just like the Olympics, you get a stuffed bear when you finish. After surgery, they gave me that bear. I called him Frank because I can't remember. I slept with Frank every night. Even if my parents weren't always there for me, Frank would be. January 26th, 2007. I just hope Tom isn't allergic to whatever I was in Frank, though. It took us forever to find that out. My leg just wasn't healing right. The doctors thought I was being too rough on it, putting pressure on my leg. I wasn't sleeping well either, and I would drool all through the night, soaking Frank. I also would have terrible nightmares. I remember once I went to sleep, and the next thing I knew, my parents had their arms around me, and I was clutching my leg. I had dreamt that I was back in the hospital, and every greeting card my neighbor threw away was another stitch in my leg. Frank had gotten all moldy, and my parents wanted to throw him out, but after they abandoned me before, I wasn't going to let them do away with my one true friend. So they had Frank restuffed. I got better and my leg fully healed. Then Frank came back and my leg puffed up like a balloon. Whatever I was allergic to was in that bear's fur. I had assumed that they had thrown it out. I guess they really did get attached to that bear. February 4th, 2007. Talked to my parents about Frank. Memories fade, but their memories are totally different. They said they visited every day. Dad says he lost his job because he took too much time off to visit me. But at least we all remember Frank the same. Mom and Dad both talked about how much I loved that bear. They said the admitting nurse gave me the last one in the bag, and that we were inseparable after that. February 5th, 2007. Well, this is odd. I was just going through Dad's photos. I guess he was there at the hospital. He has a photo of me in one bed and Frank in the other. He said the other bed had broken springs so no one could stay there, and that's why they let Frank stay there. But wait. That doesn't make sense. The journal entries stop here. On the last page from the 5th, however, there is a sticky note with a picture attached. It reads, "Elizabeth, please read this. Get Frank away from Tom. We found this photo of me and some of the boys from the day I broke my leg. See that guy with me? The guy I'm hanging on to like a big teddy bear? It's the guy from the next bed." The rest of the book is blank. I think I'll stick the journal in with my brother's other books. He should be back soon, though, so I'd better hurry. He said he wanted to say goodbye to Tom one last time before he left this place for good.